Good morning, fellas. Let's get started because we got a lot of people asking questions today. First shot. Let's see. Creatine, whey, and bodybuilding. Hell Supreme, I got a question about creatine and whey protein use. There are a lot of different and contradicting information about it on the net. I'm currently using whey protein with glucose. I prefer my whey protein with very low carbs in it, okay? No glucose after and prior to my workout. Okay, also you're doing too much. You need the whey protein just after the workout, within 45 minutes, okay? Let's see, should I add creatine in? Creatine has made a lot of guys' strength go up real fast. And that's all I'm going to say about creatine. When it first came out, I used it, but for probably about a few months. And I don't like taking stuff that I have to rely on all the time to get strength. That's why I could never do steroids, get that fake bulk size. You know, I like everything the natural way. Okay, so it's up to you to use creatine. If you want to see your strength go up, I've seen a lot of people get big and strong on it. Cool. But if you want to do it the natural way and rely on your own body's energy, then that's definitely the way to go. All right, let's see. Isa. Thanks, Player Supreme. I like the uploads you have done. It's inspirational to see all this black achievement and makes me want to do more in life. And that is exactly why I upload it. I have the African history in my section for the brothers on my forum to, you know, they already got tons of this information that's out there. And when I find it, I share it. I think if more young blacks saw these videos, they could value their lives at the moment. The youths in the UK are tearing up my city in the riots. It's crazy times, but I'm switching off the TV, getting my work done, and finding my purpose. Peace, brother, and thank you. Oh, okay. I thought you were black, Isa, but I really do appreciate it. Yes, and that's coming, I guess, from a Caucasian fella. So there are some Caucasians who find this stuff, you know, because they've been raised a certain way, and the media only shows a certain side of African Americans. You don't see the brothers in the suits that are working for the corporations or who've got their degrees and all that kind of stuff. They don't show that because that's boring to Caucasian people, okay, here in America. So they want to show the dumbest motherfucker they can find on the streets, the fattest black woman they could find. In fact, I just watched a video where the brother was talking about, I guess it's The View, and they do not put they don't have an attractive sister on there. They have Whoopi Goldberg, and then this heavier sister, Cher Shepherd, I guess, and these thinner Caucasian women. Okay, they don't put someone like Gabrielle Union on there or something like that. You know, they put and this is done deliberately, by the way, fellas, because they only want European beauty to be the standard. Okay. So they won't put anything competing on those kind of places. That's what they do. Once you guys learn, and Caucasians too, once you learn to recognize that you're being programmed and tooled, then you can step back and make an honest assessment. Okay? Let's see. Nice guys do finish last. Dear Supreme, in the video, I've mentioned the subject line. In the subject line, I had quite an experience watching it. As I listened to you explain the cowardice of modern males, I felt the words sink deep into my subconscious mind and begin to work on my character as a human being. I could actually feel the deep brain reprogramming happening as I rolled through all the past mistakes I've made without feeling guilt or shame, but just an acute awareness that it did not have to be that way to begin with. It seemed so natural to assume flattery was the key. Boy, were we wrong. Not to get the hot bitches anyway. Maybe excessive praise works on chicks who will take anything at all. In other words, desperation probably only works on a chick who's as desperate as you are. And that can be true and not true. James, you misunderstood. Okay. I think I sent you my email address, so if you want it, hit it up. Okay. Next piece of mail. Nice guys finished last. Hello, sensei. Konbawa or Ohio gozaimasu ka? I was doing some research after your show today about nice guys finishing last. I'm laughing, not to put you down, but that's what nerds do. They get on the internet and start searching for shit. And that's what people who are, not to put you down, Rio. Oh, you might even be Japanese, okay. But that's what a lot of people do on the internet. They start Googling shit. Okay. I thought you might like to share. I found an article that I thought you might like to share. Let me start over again. I found a really interesting article agreeing with what you teach and is written by a female. I thought you might like to share it with the guys on your channel in case they don't believe women really feel this way. Keep up the teachings. I thank you for finding this. And this is an old article. I did a show on it twice. And I believe I might even done a video show. Nice guys equal blah. Heartless bitches international. Why nice guys are often such losers. And you know what? This is going to make some insecure motherfucker thumb down this video because I'm reading a portion of this. That's the motherfucker that needs it. You hear it all the time, she writes. He was such a nice guy, and she's such a heartless bitch for dumping him. I get letters from self-professed nice guys complaining that women must want to be treated like shit because they, the nice guy, have failed repeatedly in relationships. This is akin to the false logic that whales are mammals, whales live in the sea, therefore all mammals live in the sea. If you have had one bad relationship after another, the only common denominator is you, think about it. And if you've had one failed attempt after another, the only common denominator is you, well, it's you. That's for me. Now she continues with, what's wrong with nice guys? The biggest problem is that most nice guys, oh, they trademarked it, are hideously insecure. And that's vitally true. They are so anxious to be liked and loved that they do things for other people to gain acceptance and attention rather than for simply the pleasure of giving. You never know if a nice guy really likes you for who you are, or if he has glommed onto you, she uses glommed onto you out of desperation because you actually paid some kind of attention to him. And I see that with nice guys. Like, if a girl's just trying to get by you and she touches a nice guy's back and smiles at him, he'll fall in love with her and then start stalking her and thinking, oh God, I love her. That's how bad you nice guys are for just some fucking attention. Then you love to complain about the bad boys. That's a total nice guy thing right there. They always whine like bitches about the bad boys because they're nice guys. Oh God. Nice guys exude insecurity. A big red target for the predators. Then she goes on to talk about there are female players out there, fellas, that use these suckers like toilet paper. Get them all riled up like a gaggle of goobers. And then boom. Self-confident, caring, decent-hearted women find nice guys too clingy, self-abasing, and insecure. So women with confidence, they find nice guys too clingy, self-abasing, and insecure. And who has a lot of confidence out there? The hot women. Nice guys go overboard. They bring roses to a let's get together for coffee date. And that's she just used it as one example. They don't. Not all nice guys bring roses. They try to buy her affections with presents and fancy things. That the other option of that is they try to buy them dinner all the time and take them out. Some of them just get off on just being seen with a pretty girl, and that's how the girl gets over. That's why they attract the predators. They don't ever get none. Jovina, when I first met her, she had a roommate, Filipino chick, and she used to use white guys like toilet paper. She had these rich white men taking her out all the time, and she wouldn't give them none. The guy she gave it to, a biker dude. A fucking biker dude. And she had these rich dudes, you know, taking her to get her nails done, taking her to dinner, all kind of shit. Okay, let's see. Next one. Please read. Can you make a vid about the difference between a player and a PUA and what they do? Share it with me. I have done that. If you go back into the history of this, these shows, you will find it. I know I've got a lot of shows on there, but I've done that. There might even be one on my Facebook channel. The name for my Facebook channel, fellas, is Zen Space Mac. First name Zen, last name Mac. You guys have tried to add into my personal account for my family, and I reject every last one of you because you don't belong, you know, trying to communicate to my family. That's my sons, their cousins, you know, that kind of stuff. So I know you guys, you know, have probably heard my last name to figure, okay, I'll add you as soon as you find the right one. I add everybody. All right, let's talk about the difference again for this fella. Okay, players have been around. We can go back to Casanova or Don Juan, whichever one was the real one. And don't write it. Don't nerd out, get all goobered out and shit like that and write the history of the real one. Okay? That's what nerds do. You guys love to show how much you can Google shit or know shit. That's what makes you unattractive to women also. You imagine having a conversation, she's trying to communicate and you talk about, you go into how much you know about a subject, and that's stupid. That makes her feel small and it turns her off, okay? So, pickup artists study what us players do, okay? If you listen to David D talk about how he went to the game and study what a player did, okay? They study what we do and they bring it back to the internet to sell to Caucasian males. That's their biggest market. Desperate, geeky, creepy, some of them creepy, weird Caucasian males. A lot of the market has those big heads and balding heads, and they tend to be smaller in stature, smaller in size, or you might see some fat boys in there. But basically, people who have been ostracized from the game. And if you look around, that's the majority of people actually on the show too. People who have been ostracized from the game. So they study what we do in the real world. They theorize about stuff. They make theories up. And it's all male-centered. So it's not based in reality. That's why I asked you guys to step into a woman's shoes to try to get you to connect. The more you understand women, the easier it is for you to communicate and seduce them. You can't seduce them coming from a male perspective. If you look at the Catholicism, they're all male-dominated. Okay, you got to remember that many of the people who in that early part of that religion were homosexuals. Erasmus, you know, they're homosexuals. So of course they're going to write women out, and that tends to be the, you know, the same type of viewpoint that's going on here within the pickup artist community. I'm going to continue this in just a minute because it's an interesting subject.